How much of what you guys have done over the last 2 years in terms of the way you've added players and made decisions been thinking about this coming contract because you knew it was going to be a pretty sizable one?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, and you really don't know when it's going to come together, but really, I think as we go forward, it's more about the planning going forward as well, and we knew that in the early parts of this contract, there was an opportunity to add some players to the team and be a little bit aggressive, and now we're trying to recoup some of those draft picks and get some young players on the team, but if there's an opportunity in any given year to add value or to go find a player that we like, hopefully this doesn't preclude us from doing that. Now, we'll have different challenges. There's no doubt about it because this is going to take something up. But by doing it 2 years early and by being able to take some of that on the chin this year and next year so that when we go in those out years, it maybe doesn't hurt as much was a big consideration for us.
To have the skill guys that you have on paper, it's probably the best group of skilled players the Eagles have ever had, and to have them under contract. That's a rare combination. How big is that?
Yeah, it's exciting, Rube. It's really exciting when you see those guys out there. And don't forget the offensive line. I mean, we feel like we have depth on this football team at every level. And we're continuing to look to continue to add depth and try to find values. And that doesn't mean anything. Nothing's guaranteed. We got to come together as a team. And we have a lot of work in front of us. But for where we are now, it's exciting. Can't wait for September, really.
Is there any defining moment when you knew that Carson, you and the organization knew Carson was going to be the guy? I mean, was it that night in Fargo? Because there's always a risk taking a quarterback.
Yeah, I think really when we go back to the Senior Bowl and, getting a chance to see him throw live and being on the field level, but then more importantly, bringing him back into the suite and having this conversation and, didn't really know him all that well, and just bringing him in, and I think the best compliment we gave him was just, I remember Jeffrey saying, give me a comp, and Brent Selleck, and for us, that's such a great Eagle, and to think about your quarterback having that kind of personality like the tight end, and then just going through the process and really getting to know each other. I mean, we didn't get married after one date, we had a bunch of dates there and got to know each other, and he made us uncomfortable on his turf. We made him uncomfortable on our turf. And, I was thinking about the fact that, we brought him in. I remember the last time we brought him in, and he was sitting in my office, and I said, if you come to Philly, your life is going to be drastically different. And he looked at me and he goes, I don't understand. And I was like, okay. And you know what? He was exactly right.
What about these last few months? Was there a moment that reinforced it for you that, clearly that his back is fine, his knee is fine. Was it maybe something out in the practice field that he came back from that made you say, okay, there's no holds barred on this, that we're going to go ahead?
Yeah, we started this earlier than that before we were able to see him on the field. Now, just the way the process went, we were then able to continue to see him on the field, and I think for us, you have those moments, and you guys have been out there where you see him on the field and you get excited. The guy is different athletically, physically, and then his work ethic and demeanor, and he's the same guy every day. And him and Coach Peterson share that quality. Like good times and bad, every day they're the same way, and that consistency from a leadership perspective is huge. But there have definitely been times throughout the off season where I felt a little kick in my ass to get it going a little bit more because he made a great play, and you guys do a great job of writing him all about it. So
hey, last one, please.
It's early, but do you expect you have to bring somebody in to replace Joe Douglas, or can you fill that void internally?
I'm so glad this is about Carson. I would say on this topic, we're very fortunate. We have a lot of talented people in this building, and we've prepared for the day that we were going to lose someone. We certainly did not want to lose Joe. Joe's just been a great asset to us and a great resource, but we are deep. We are deep in the front office. As he's trying to recruit people from here, he says we're extremely top heavy. That's his propaganda to me right now. But we have people all on the front office. I mean, we just talked about, guys like Jake and Bryce and Aileen in that area, and then talking scouting and Andy Weidel, and we just promoted Brandon Brown and Tom Donahoe, who's been here really with me for a long time, and Anthony Patch and Ian Cunningham, and I'm not trying to miss any names. And then you talk about, Alec Halaby, who's been here a long time, has done a phenomenal job, and adding Andrew Berry and getting a guy like that. So we have talent, and we have good people here, and that doesn't mean we're not going to miss Joe, but it's everyone else's opportunity to step up a little bit.
How happy are you for Joe?
Yeah, I mean, it's like losing a good player. I'm happy for him that he got the opportunity, but why does anyone have to take our talent? But I'm happy for him. We've had so many conversations about this, and I grew up in that area, and I kind of went through what it's like, and nothing prepares you better for an opportunity than this right here, guys. You guys have done a great job preparing him, and so I think when he has that press conference, I'm sure a bunch of you going up tomorrow, he's going to knock it out. He's going to do a great job.